I'd like to talk about three groups of approach to life. There is one group of people that think that the world owes them, meaning that they live in expectation and disappointment. Then there is a group of people that they think they owe it to the world, which brings guilt and condemnation if they feel like they are falling short and they are not doing enough, and feeling of worthlessness. These two categories are imagined opinion that we have. And then there is a small group that they have realized that the world cannot satisfy them, and they are tired of disappointment and heartache, and they don't owe the world because they don't remember choosing to be born, and they feel like no matter how much help they do to their surrounding, their family, their society, and even beyond, does not solve the problem of the world having lack. When a few group of people realize that these two approach to life has not brought them any joy or satisfaction, they start soul searching, which means they begin to embrace the third group. Now, what is this third group? Is to realize that we only owe it to ourselves to find our lost peace and well-being. And when we decide to do that, the path of mysticism or spirituality opens for us, and we get guided to find someone that is equipped to help us, and they have already saved themselves, which we can call it a guide, a guru, through a book, through a listening to a genuine talk, or even through nature, contemplating on nature. So here, what I'd like to emphasize is that if we want to free ourselves of reaching out for our joy or trying to give joy to others, to the situation, the third group can help us to recollect all our energy and put it where it's worth it. Meaning to find out about our own self, to help our own self, to find that peace that belongs to us and the joy that belongs to us, that no one can give. So, if we are ready to embrace the third group and let go of our expectation of getting or giving, then we are ripened enough. And how do we achieve that? By going to silence now and then, by contemplating on life itself, by finding out what the mind and thoughts are. Who is the thinker? And by not reacting and leading a reactive life, meaning that the seriousness of living should be released in tranquility of the self. And this process, once it starts, it gradually unfolds within our own self and release the soul from pressure and boredom. Now, anytime there is a thought of lack or reaching out again and again, wanting to be or desire to be fulfilled by someone, by some situation, we need to pull it back and find satisfaction that is already there. In other words, to let go of this thought of lack and neediness. Anytime there is a thought or emotion that suggests to us that we are not doing enough for others, while we are actually doing a lot, then that type of thinking should be dismissed, should not be believed and accepted. Now, if we really are not doing much and we are selfish in the ego way of life, then that suggestion, we can take it to heart and become more charitable. But in most cases, these suggestions are becoming like a nagging background, repeated thoughts that does not actually leave us alone to live a comfortable life. At that point, we need to release it. In the place of these two groups, we spend more time digging in our own being, becoming more independent, more satisfied, less desire to reach out and achieve. This is a holy life, because in the places of all that tension or wanting or giving, we find a joy, freedom, space to move around. So this is how it goes, these three groups that I have mentioned many, many times in my talks. if we look at ourselves anew, we can find ourselves like a pendulum going from the first group to the second group and never getting anywhere that has permanent satisfaction. Therefore, the third group, meaning that you owe it to yourself to eliminate the ego that causes pain.